This is Vanprastha, the third stage of life. But what happens today? Retired people, they spend their time watching TV, or the women probably looking after grandchildren. You enjoy your grandchildren more than your own children, or probably gossiping here and there, or probably end up at old age homes. I know a person who works in old age homes, and whenever he's around with them, he finds them discussing daughter-in-laws and sons and things like that. What else would they do? You know, my daughter-in-law visited me, but she was very rude to me and she doesn't care for me. Oh, my son is weird and nice. That's all they discussed. This is the life of today, which is meant for a semi-retired, approaching the end. The last stage of life is sannyas. Sannyas means a life of total detachment from this material world. It's like a preparation to leave the world. Just as you've gone for a holiday, say about 2 weeks, you are comfortably settled in that hotel, everything is put out comfortably. Oh, I have to leave this hotel in 2 days' time. I better start packing now. I have to leave. So this is a kind of preparation for that. We have come into the world alone and we will leave the world alone. And therefore, both the husband and wife, now they separately pursue the spiritual goal in preparation for the final stage of life. So this is the reason that life has been divided into 4 stages. There is a purpose behind that. This human birth that we have got, it's not just meant for being materially successful, because everything we're going to achieve is going to be short-lived. All of a sudden, we leave the world empty-handed. We came empty-handed and we will go empty-handed. And this balance, this division of life into 4 stages helps us to prepare for that without going through worry, stress and fear. This is in short a very brief, broad outline of what physical duties are about. However, many a times it is not easy. Situations can be very complicated and confusing, and therefore solutions are not available in black and white. For instance, a husband, the duty of a wife to a husband who could just be wasting all his money in drinking and spending all his life in the pub. What is her duty towards the husband at that time? Or for instance, a son who is wasting all his money in drugs and just leading a wrong kind of life. What is the duty of the parent at that time towards that child? To what extent? And then again, the numerous affairs that are going on, what exactly is the duty at that time? So situations can be very complicated, and at that time, to determine what duty is not very easy. There will always be lapses. But don't worry. If you pursue the spiritual duties simultaneously, then what will happen is that these lapses will be automatically resolved and you will have a right vision of knowing what exactly is to be done. So now let us come to the next. That is Adhyatmic Dharma or spiritual Dharma. I told you there are 2 because we are 2. This physical body and the inner spark of life referred to as the soul. So each person has broadly 2 duties. Duty towards the body and our interaction with the world is physical duty, Sharirik Dharma. And this keeps changing. As you know, as brahmachari, the student's life will definitely change. Duties will change once you go into family life. Duties change once you are retired, isn't it? So these duties, they keep changing, and there's no hard and fast rule, as I said. From country to country, it can differ. When we come to the other duty, the spiritual duty, Adhyatmik Dharma, this is Shreya Dharma or Paradharma. This is your higher duty. When you come to this, there is no confusion, because the spiritual duty of all human beings is the same. It is universal. It is eternal. Irrespective of your occupation or your stage in life or your nationality or your age, it doesn't matter. It's the same for all. We have a beautiful verse teaching us this truth. Na manusho na cha deva yaksho na brahmana kshatriya vaishya shudra na brahmachari na grihivanasto bhikshur na chaham nijabodharupa. That spark of energy which we are talking about, the soul or the Atma, it is free of all titles. It's neither woman nor man. It is neither brahmachari, kshatriya, vanaprastha. It is not Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. The soul is beyond all titles. So therefore, the whole world is one family. These are the beautiful truths of Sanatana Dharma. And this made a renowned historian, Arnold Toynbee, I don't know whether you heard of him. He said that Hinduism has that spirit and attitude that can make it possible for the human race to grow together as one family. And that is the reason why in our dear country, India, we have everybody, so many different people coming from different backgrounds, religions. So far, they always live together with love and affinity, because the base is this spiritual dharma. Some people say India is a weak country and they allowed the Muslims to conquer them, they allowed the English people to rule over. But they do not realize that this is our strength, because we believe in inner conquest and not outer conquest. Inner conquest is a real conquest, the conquest of the mind. Buddhism originated from India, and you know what Lord Buddha said? He said, who do you think is a greater conqueror? If a person has killed 1,000 people in 1,000 battles, and one person has conquered the mind, who is the greater conqueror of the two? The one who has conquered the mind. Your mind is the problem. So in India, the base is spiritual dharma. That's why even the West looks up to India. You know what the great philosopher, German philosopher Schopenhauer said? In the whole world, there is no elevating study as the Upanishads. It has been the solace of my life, and it shall be the solace of my death. We are all stressed. We are all unhappy. This is the knowledge, the wisdom that can give you solace, peace whilst living, and even prepare you fearlessly for that which is going to come, and that is inevitable. We have to leave the world one day, haven't we? Irrespective of age, we never know when that attack will come. The philosophy of the Upanishads is there to give you that peace, that fearlessness,